This is the downtrend, and in this video I'm going to share with you the 3 simple steps that I use to actually catch the bottom and also participate of the start of this uptrend. So that's happened in the trade review section, so do pay attention to that. Hi, my name is Ming Jong, and welcome to another episode of the daily market analysis for the S&P 500 in-minutes futures for the session of 1st of December. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the market recap from yesterday's session and also a trade review that happened in the London session, which I'm going to walk you through the 3 steps that I use to catch a bottom and to participate the beginning of the up move. And going forward, I will be sharing my trading plan for the session later together with the key levels that I am watching. All right, so let's get started now. So first of all, let me get back to the daily time frame and let's just start from there. So let me just drag it to the right hand side of the chart. All right, so there we go. So this is the daily chart for the S&P 500 in-minutes futures. So finally, I think we get back to the normal session as reflected in this volume here. Unlike the past 2 trading sessions, which is very low volume. And yesterday's session, I think we have seen the volume is back to normal and also the volatility is back. And overall, we have a demand tail with the close at the middle. So not too bad. In fact, let me just get down to the hourly time frame and let's just discuss more on what's happening for the yesterday's session. So yesterday's session was very interesting. So before the US session gets started at about 10:30 p.m. at my time zone, we have seen this clawback session with a reaction down. So that actually happened with this kind of the context. So we have a, sorry, this is a bit ugly. Okay, so we have a falling wedge right there and followed by a breakout pullback. And when it tries to continue to the upside, we have seen this failure right there. So that's at the beginning of the Asian session in the morning. So when the session started, we have seen a gap up and followed by a rejection tail, and the reaction started from there. So this is a relatively good reaction, and compare it to the past few reactions. So it looks a bit scary. So in terms of the magnitude, it actually broke the previous swing low as well. But if you take a step back, so this is actually just still a test when we just talk about this apex formation. So here is the apex formation in the larger time frame, and we have a breakout pullback. So the pullback is still ongoing. So this is relatively normal, and we still just test of this breakout bar right there, and also this immediate support zone as well. So you can see that overall the reaction in the Globex period and also during the US session actually just tested the support area right there, and eventually we see a relatively quick recovery up and close in the middle of the candle there. So that's the last hour bar here, and actually close somewhere around there in the middle. So not too bad. And in the morning session today, during the Globex period, the Asian plus the London European session, we have seen a relatively good rally as a sign of strength rally that break out of this immediate resistance level at 3640, and also is currently right at this resistance level at 3655, which is the previous swing high level. Anyway, I will just talk more on the current market outlook in the later part of the video. So first of all, let me get down to the 3 minutes time frame and let's just walk through the 3 steps that you can use to catch the bottom and also to participate at the start of the uptrend. All right, so let me just give you a bit of the context. So this trade actually happened during the London session, somewhere around that's maybe it should be around 3:55, close to 4 p.m. At my time zone. So you can see that prior to the trade happen, we have this kind of the reaction and followed by a relatively sharp or nice trending down because it's just traveling within this down channel. So overall, just before we start to identify the bottom of the trend, we need to actually just analyze the dominating trend, the previous trend, so which is a downtrend. So you can see that this is a downtrend. It's very straightforward. So apart from it is within a down channel, there is something that we can identify there. For example, what I see here is actually the shortening of the downward thrust. So what do I mean? So here is the progress to the downside, and you can see that the downward thrust is getting shorter, especially in this portion right there. So at the low here, we can see we have another attempt to go lower, but in fact it just kind of tested the previous swing low and did not really create a lower low right there. So the downward thrust is just getting shorter. So that actually suggested that the down momentum for this down move is actually getting less and is actually fading as well. So it's losing up its down momentum, and this is the first step that we need to identify. So if we do not see any kind of the slowing down of the previous dominating trend, then we just need to assume that it is still within the downtrend. So once we identify that the downward thrust is getting shorter, then we can conclude that, okay, so the down momentum is fading. What we can expect is actually either a trading range because of the slowing down of the down momentum, or a reversal. So in order to catch a bottom, then we first identify the previous trend. So the previous trend actually gives us a hint that it's losing up its momentum. So second step is actually to identify whether we have seen something's different, something's changing. And in order to have a reversal from this bottom right there, we just need to have a good quality up move. So here we go. This is the up move that we're looking for. This is the second step. We just want to identify an up wave which is better than anything else that we have seen within this down channel. So you can see that all the up wave within this up channel is very short life, and it just kind of show a very weak rally up and followed by an impulsive down move. So this is the first time that we have seen this big up wave. So it's bigger than any up wave that we have ever seen from this down channel. So that actually suggested that demand is now dominating. So unlike the previous down channel, so all we see here is actually supply is dominating because it just formed a lower low and lower high. And we see that the down move is impulsive while the up move is a bit of the corrective context. So now we can just see that we have a biggest up wave, and we know that now that the demand is dominating. So will the demand be sustaining and also keep dominating? Then this is the impulsive up wave, and what we want to identify is the last step, the third step, so which is waiting for a test. So what do I mean by a test? So in terms of the up move, when we compare it to the previous up move, we know that this is the biggest up move, so I think that the demand is in the upper hand. And now we just want to wait for a test. So here comes the test. So when we compare it to the previous downswing, then we know that first of all, I think in terms of the magnitude is shorter. So this is one of the best or the shallow type of the reaction that we are after. So unlike the previous reaction, and we have this kind of the relatively short down wave and followed by a higher low. So all the previous down wave actually create a lower low, lower low, lower low as well. So this down wave right there actually create a higher low. So this is the 3 steps that I use to identify the bottom of a trend and also a start of the up move. So here is how you can catch the bottom and also to participate the start of the up move. So once we have this biggest up wave followed by this test, so this is a successful test, and I just wait for the confirmation, which is a reversal bar, and I participate and enter a long entry right there. So that's the first entry that I have, and subsequently there is actually one concern for me, because this is a bit of the aggressive type of the entry. Well, why do I say that? Because if you just zoom out a little bit here, you can actually see that it's just right below the resistance level. So here's the resistance level. So you can see that once the price actually hit the resistance, it actually just stall and also have a reaction right there. So that is the only thing that I'm not very comfortable. So ideally, I would like to wait for a clearance once we break above or commit above this immediate resistance level, which is notated in this purple line there. But anyway, I just took this entry as a prompt entry, and subsequently you can see that it just so this is the first attempt to break, but I have a reaction down. So second attempt have a strong rejection, did not really commit above. We have another reaction down, but this reaction is interesting because you can see that we have increasing of the supply level, yet we form a higher low right there. So that actually suggests some of the supply absorption happen. And subsequently, I just scale in, added some more position right after the break of this resistance there, because now it can actually commit above and after this reaction there. So I have 2 positions right there, and subsequently I just trail my stop, and eventually I get stop out somewhere around here. It's a relatively long duration trade, so I just trailed it below this swing low there and eventually got stop out right there. So overall, it's just a reward to risk ratio of about 1.4, not too bad. So that is the only trade that I had for yesterday's session. So during the US session, there's actually I think some possible trade. So you can see that this is the US session, and once it's actually started, we have seen a relatively sharp reaction down, and that comes with an increasing or spike of the supply, and subsequently we have a rally up. So there's a technical rally right after this oversold condition. So I think right after the test, so this is actually a test of this previous down move. So it actually comes with a higher low and also decreasing of the supply, despite we have an increasing of the localized downswing there. But you can see that overall, right after the test, it just attempt to go higher up. And also I think this is another good place to enter or scale in more position. So that could be some kind of the long entry, and eventually you probably can get until this previous swing high level, and you can see that right after that it just go into this consolidation mode. All right, but overall this is a bit too late for me, about 12 to 1 a.m. at my time zone. So that's the trade review, and let's just get back to the hourly time frame and let's talk about the current market condition. So maybe I just started from this 4-hourly time frame, the H4 time frame, because I would like to share with you the structure. So in the larger picture, we definitely have a very good structure right there. So here is the structure. So we have this previous swing high, and that's the all-time high level created somewhere around 3660 or 70. So the context is we have a good sign of strength rally, and subsequently we see profit taking right there, and eventually we did not see any downside follow through. So instead we just have this kind of the apex formation or the symmetrical triangle, and now we have this breaking out of this apex formation. So this is a relatively encouraging sign because it just a signal that we should see continuation to the upside, whether you want to use a 1-to-1 projection, start from there and then project upside, or use any other method, it doesn't really matter. So in terms of the direction, is definitely up. So once we have this breakout, currently it's just a backup action or as a test. So it's a test of this breakout. So this is a breakout rally, and we just currently have a test. So it seems like the test has been successful and resolved via yesterday action, and eventually I think we're definitely going to see a test of the all-time high level, because right now I think in terms of this little structure, we just see this breaking out again, and currently I think is just right there testing and going to test this all-time high level. So overall nothing threatening at the moment, so it looks very bullish to me. And in terms of the trading plan, let me get down to the hourly time frame and let's see. So I talk about the immediate support level at 3600 and also this 3587. So that is the immediate support level. It has been tested yesterday, so you can see that there's demand tail, tested the support area, and subsequently we have this sign of strength rally, and we have this shallow type of the pullback, or also the backup action, or you can call it a flag as well. So this is a pattern. So definitely I think everything looks relatively bullish, but right now we are just at this swing high level. So if we can see this commitment above the previous this swing high there, maybe is around 3660, definitely we will see a continuation to the upside and going to test the all-time high level near 3670. So I'm just waiting, probably maybe a breakout and pullback continuation type of the entry, something like this. Maybe you can trade here. Otherwise, maybe you can pull back and test some immediate support level. So that's a support level, maybe somewhere around 3650 to 3640. So that's the immediate support level. This is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it and get something useful out from my video. So if you'd like to learn more on how to increase your winning rate, definitely check out the video that showed up on the screen right now. And do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also to get my stock watch list update on every Sunday. So just need to click the link in the description below, and it's all free. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon.